Warren Buffett's biggest stock market positions going into 2018. That is exactly what we're discussing here today, guys. I'm going to give you Warren Buffett's top 10 stock market holdings going into 2018. Now, this was last updated in the middle of November. That's the last date we have. So unless he magically sold off some of these positions in the month of December, which is highly unlikely, they should still be current. And these are his biggest positions. I hope you guys enjoy this. By the way, make sure you check out my stock market investing mastery course if you're newer to the stock market and you want to know exactly how I pick stocks. Also, if you're an advanced investor and you want to know my exact strategy, click that first link in the description. Coming in at number 10 is Moody's Corporation. This is his 10th biggest holding currently. By the way, his entire portfolio is somewhere around $191 billion. These stocks are all held through his, Berkshire Hathaway there, $191 billion right now. Moody's has had an amazing year, up 56% year to date. Absolutely amazing. Moody's provides credit ratings and credit capital markets and economic related research and data. If you hold any stock out there, you've probably seen credit ratings for that stock at some point in time. Moody's is one of the biggest out there that provides these credit ratings and says, oh, this balance sheet or this debt that company has is a B minus or a C plus or an A plus or things like that, guys. That's their business here. So if we look at this company, it has a trailing PE of 52, but a forward PE of 22. So they're obviously expected to get much more profitable this upcoming year than this past year. They've been around for a long time. Number 9, coming in at number 9 here is US Bank Corp, which is basically, in simple terms, it's a bank, guys. You can read through the description if you want. It's a bank at the end of the day. They currently have a trailing PE of 16, a forward PE of around 14, so relatively low. Banks usually trade for lower valuations because obviously banks in general, their growth is somewhat limited. The upside that they can actually grow is a lot limited when you're a big bank like that already. Number 8, coming in here, number 8 is IBM. IBM, definitely not a good position. This one's down over 7% year to date here. They're basically an IT company. I mean, they've been around for a long time. One of the biggest tech players for a long time now. They just had trouble finding where they're going recently. Trailing PE of around just under 13 on this company. Forward PE of about 11, so very low, but at the same time, IBM's one of those companies that their business is kind of shrinking overall, and it's been shrinking for a while, and they've had a lot of trouble trying to find new growth avenues as some of their old products have kind of become outdated and things. So IBM's one of those kind of stocks. Number 7, coming in here at number 7 is Phillips 66. This one's up about 18% year to date. This is an energy play. They don't do as much exploration and those kind of things. They're mainly in the midstream chemicals refining and marketing and specialties type business there. This one has a trailing PE of about 25 currently, a forward PE of around 15, so expected to get much more profitable. That's one of those plays that, depending on how oil is going and things like that, depends on how that stock goes. Coming in at number 6, we're getting down here, guys. American Express. American Express has had a very strong year, up around 34% here year to date. American Express is basically a credit card business. You guys probably know American Express very well. You guys probably have American Express Black Card, some of you ones out there. Trailing PE of 19 on this one, forward PE of around 15 on this one, and so relatively low in the grand scheme of things. The payment space is very interesting right now, is it not? Like, there's so much changing in the payment space. It's quite amazing. And I get a lot of questions about American Express and Visa sometimes and these different stocks and whatnot. And it is hard for me to really get behind them because the payment space is one of those that's being disrupted so much right now, guys. There's so much going on in payment processing. It's quite amazing. It's a big market. There's a lot of people that want to get some of that money out there, a lot of companies. Coming in at number 5 is Coca-Cola. Good old KO. This one's up about 10% year to date, which is kind of bad considering the markets have quite outperformed Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, if you guys don't know that, you've been hiding under a rock. They're basically a drinks company. They have a big drinks business. They own Sprite and Fanta and Minute Maid and all those kind of things. Powerade, a ton of different big brands. And this one has a trailing PE of 44. But if you look at the forward on this one, it's a 23 on this company. I think when I look at Coca-Cola, I look at this stock and I'm like, who would want to pay a 23 forward PE for a sugar water company? It just does not make sense to me the way that, and I think Pepsi's trading around the same valuation. These are sugar water companies that have very limited growth. Why are they trading at such a high forward PE? In my opinion, some of these should be at like in the teens or something like that. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. to me. Coming in at number 4, Bank of America, another bank on here. You're going to see Warren Buffett loves the banks. This one's up about 34% year to date as well. Now, basically, they're a bank. I mean, you can read through the description there, but that's the most simplest way to understand them. They're a bank. And they have a trailing PE of 17. They have a forward PE of around 13 on this. Now, you guys, three of the top 10 holdings for Warren Buffett are banks, okay? He loves the banks for whatever reason. One of the reasons is probably because they're very big companies, so he can make a big position. He's got so much money that he needs to make a big position. Billions and billions, if not tens of billions of dollars. When you've got bigger banks out there, you can make a big position in them. Coming in at number 3, one of the newest positions he's added, which he started adding this one in about 2016, is Apple, and he's done phenomenal with this position since he started adding this in 2016, and it's already his 3rd biggest stock he owns, right? Year to date, this one is up over 47%. Apple's had a very good year this year. Apple, as you guys probably know, they make iPhones and iPads and Macs and all this cool stuff, sell services, all that kind of stuff. They have a trailing PE of 18 on this one. Forward PE of 14. In my personal opinion, of the 10 stocks he holds, this is the one I like the most out of them. I don't personally have a position. My wife has a decent sized position in her retirement portfolio of Apple shares. But like if I had to invest in one of these stocks, like that would be the one right there, Apple. Number 2, coming in at number 2 here is Kraft Heinz. He has a huge position in this company. Unfortunately, this one's very, very down year to date, down around 11% in a year that the market's done very well overall. Kraft Heinz, they own a bunch of brands. They own, Kraft, they own Heinz, then they own a bunch of irrelevant brands to us millennials. Then they have a trailing PE of somewhere around 24. They have no forward PE on this company currently. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure if maybe they're supposed to take a loss because some, one-time item next year or something like that, but they have no forward PE on it. It's pretty strange. And number 1, Warren Buffett's biggest position of all of them is Wells Fargo. This one's up about 11% year to date. So it's underperformed U.S. Bancorp and it's underperformed Bank of America. We remember seeing those. I think those ones were up 30+%. This one only up 11%. So this is a lagger of the bunch. Their bank, as I explained to you guys already, they have a trailing PE of over 15, a forward PE of around 14. So their forward PE is still a little bit higher than some other banks out there, but it's very interesting. 3 of his biggest holdings have to do with banks, guys. So anyways, I hope you really enjoyed this video looking at Warren Buffett's top 10 stocks. I would love to hear in that comment section if you guys actually hold positions in any of these 10 stocks, or if you might be buying some of these stocks, just based upon is Warren Buffett's buying them, or just based upon you really like some of those companies. I really want to hear from you guys in that comment section down there. I love seeing what you guys are buying or thinking about buying. Anyways, thank you for watching this, guys. Make sure you check out my stock market investing mastery course. That's a first link down there in the description. That goes into everything I look into a stock. It even has my private email address so you can contact me if you have any questions about the course. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.